Sound natural. How to agree and disagree. Hello, amazing English learners. Welcome back to English Labs. I'm Valerie, and as always, it's a true pleasure to be here with you for our special practice session. Remember, here on our channel, you have the unique chance to listen and learn with teachers from many different backgrounds. This means lots of accents, different speeds, and real-life English, just like you'll hear out in the world. Sometimes you'll hear English fast, sometimes slow, sometimes with different rhythms. And that is so important for your listening and for your confidence. Never forget, practicing English every day, even just 15 to 60 minutes, is the real secret to progress. Give yourself this present. Take this time for you and your dreams. Today, we're going to make your English even more natural and authentic. We are focusing on how to agree and disagree in English, because in real conversations, you need many ways to say, yes, I agree, or no, not really. Let's leave I agree and I disagree behind, and learn lots of friendly, natural ways to interact. During the lesson, remember, repeat every sentence out loud. If you need, pause the video and practice 2 or 3 times. Say it with feeling. Make these phrases part of your daily vocabulary. Let's get started. Part 1. Ways to agree. Let's begin with different ways to agree. Listen and repeat every phrase. Pause and say them 2 or 3 times if you want to memorize. Number 1. That's true. Repeat. That's true. That's true. That's true. Number 2. You're absolutely right. Repeat. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Again. You're absolutely right. Number 3. I couldn't agree more. Repeat. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Again. I couldn't agree more. Number 4. Exactly. Repeat exactly. 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 Number 5. That's a good point. Repeat. That's a good point. That's a good point. Again. That's a good point. Awesome. Now let's try them in real sentences. Practicing with examples. Learning every day is important. Repeat. That's true. That's true. It's better to try and make mistakes than to do nothing. Repeat. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, imagine a friend tells you, I think practicing aloud helps me remember more. How can you agree? Try these. Exactly. That's a good point. Repeat each answer 2 or 3 times out loud. Part 2. Ways to disagree. Politely. Now let's practice how to disagree in a friendly, natural way. Repeat the phrases out loud and pause to practice 2 or 3 times. Number 1. I'm not so sure about that. Repeat. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. Number 2. I don't really think so. Repeat. I don't really think so. I don't really think so. Number 3. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. Repeat. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. Number 4. That's a good point, but. Repeat. That's a good point, but. That's a good point, but. Number 5. I'm afraid I disagree. Repeat. I'm afraid I disagree. I'm afraid I disagree. Let's try in real sentences. Examples. I think English is impossible to learn. Repeat. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. Coffee is better than tea. Repeat. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. Now, your turn. I'll say a phrase. You answer out loud with a new way to disagree. I believe you don't need to practice listening skills. Try. I don't really think so. Repeat your answer 2 or 3 times. Part 3. Mini role play. Let's put everything together. I'll say a sentence. You agree or disagree naturally, changing your answers and practicing different phrases. Example. I think studying in the morning is better than at night. You can answer, that's true. You're absolutely right. Or try, I'm not so sure about that. Say your reply 2 times, using different ways. Example. Chocolate cake is delicious. You can answer, exactly. Or that's a good point. Example. English grammar is super easy. You can answer, I'm afraid I disagree, or, well, maybe, but I see it differently. Practice all these phrases out loud. Part 4. Review and motivation. Let's review our favorites. That's true. You're absolutely right. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Well, maybe, but I see it differently. I'm not so sure about that. Repeat each of these out loud, 2 or 3 times. Amazing! Today you learned how to sound natural when agreeing and disagreeing in English. Keep practicing, and soon these phrases will come out automatically, just like a native speaker. Don't forget, just 15 to 60 minutes every day makes a huge difference. Which agree-disagree phrase did you like the most? Leave your answer in the comments below. Welcome back, wonderful English learners. This is Valerie again, and I am thrilled that you're here for another deep session, giving yourself this opportunity to push your English to new heights. Consistency is the key. You're doing something amazing for yourself, and I'm proud of you for showing up. In part 1, we explored the essentials of agreeing and disagreeing in English with natural and friendly phrases. Now, let's go even further. You will learn more advanced and varied ways to respond. Increase your listening skills with mini dialogues, and practice making your own responses, just like in a real conversation. Remember, always repeat out loud, and pause to practice 2 or 3 times. The more you repeat, the more native your English will sound. Find your comfy place, take a sip of water or tea, and let's get started on this new level. Section 1. More phrases to agree. Expanding your toolkit. You already know, that's true. Exactly. You're absolutely right. But in English, there are so many fun and expressive ways to show agreement. Let's learn more. Example 1. Absolutely. Repeat, absolutely. 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 Example 2. You took the words right out of my mouth. Repeat, you took the words right out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth. Example 3. No doubt about it. Repeat, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Example 4. We're on the same page. Repeat, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. Example 5. That's exactly how I feel. Repeat, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Example 6. I was just about to say that. Repeat, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Let's use these in real-life situations. Short context to repeat. 1. Your friend says, this movie is so inspiring. You, absolutely. Repeat, absolutely. Someone says, we need more time to finish this project. You took the words right out of my mouth. Repeat, you took the words right out of my mouth. Your colleague says, exercise is important for mental health. You, no doubt about it. Repeat, no doubt about it. Repeat each response 2 or 3 times, imagining yourself in these situations. Section 2. More ways to politely disagree. Now, let's expand your options for disagreeing in English. Remember, politeness and tone are super important, especially in English-speaking cultures. Example 1. I don't see it that way. Repeat, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. Example 2. That's not how I see it, honestly. Repeat, that's not how I see it, honestly. That's not how I see it, honestly. Example 3. I can see your point, but... Repeat, I can see your point, but... I can see your point, but... Example 4. I get what you mean, but... Repeat, I get what you mean, but... I get what you mean, but... Example 5. I'm not completely convinced. Repeat, I'm not completely convinced. I'm not completely convinced. Example 6. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Repeat, that's interesting, but I have a different opinion. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Let's practice in context. 1. A friend says, online learning isn't effective. You, I don't see it that way. Repeat twice. 2. Someone says, Traveling is always expensive. You. I can see your point, but it depends on where you go. Repeat. I can see your point, but it depends on where you go. 3. Your classmate says, grammar is the only thing that matters in English. You. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Repeat. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Remember, repeat out loud every answer and really live the words. Section 3. Expressing partial agreement. Sometimes, you agree with just part of what the person said. This is super common in real conversations and makes you sound advanced. Let's learn some helpful phrases. Example 1. I agree up to a point, but. Repeat. I agree up to a point, but. I agree up to a point, but. Example 2. That's true, but there's more to it. Repeat. That's true, but there's more to it. That's true, but there's more to it. Example 3. Yes, but don't you think? Repeat. Yes, but don't you think? Yes, but don't you think? Example 4. I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure I totally agree. Repeat. I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure I totally agree. I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure I totally agree. Let's practice. 1. Social media is bad for everyone. You. I agree up to a point, but it's also useful for communication. 2. It's impossible to learn a language as an adult. You. That's true, but there's more to it. Motivation and practice matter a lot. 3. Studying grammar is boring. You. Yes, but don't you think it's important to understand the basics? Repeat each answer 2 or 3 times. Section 4. Mini dialogues for real-life practice. Now let's try some mini dialogues, as if you were talking with a friend or colleague. Repeat the whole dialogue, and then try both parts. Dialogue 1. A. I think learning English online is difficult. B. I can see your point, but I actually enjoy it. Repeat both parts. A. I think learning English online is difficult. B. I can see your point, but I actually enjoy it. Switch and try saying both parts again. Dialogue 2. A. We should finish all our work today. B. That's true, but there's more to it. We also need to rest. Repeat both roles and again, say with feeling. Dialogue 3. A. Dogs are better than cats. B. That's interesting, but I have a different opinion. Try saying both roles. Switch and say the conversation out loud. Section 5. Make it personal. Reflect and respond. Let's bring it to your real life. Answer these questions out loud, using the new expressions. What's something you partly agree with? Example. Waking up early makes you productive. I agree up to a point, but some people are more focused at night. Think of a popular opinion you disagree with. I don't see it that way. I think home-cooked food can be as good as restaurant food. Someone says, it's too late to learn a new skill. How do you disagree politely? That's not how I see it, honestly. It's never too late to learn. Repeat your answers aloud. Section 6. Challenge and game time. Now, let's play a quick response game. I'll give you sentences. You respond with a new way to agree or disagree. Try to use a different phrase every time. 1. Exercise is only for young people. 2. English is more important than any other language. 3. Cooking at home is boring. Respond out loud after each one. Repeat your phrase twice. And try to change your expression each time. Section 7. Motivational wrap-up. You made it to the end of this deep practice on agreeing and disagreeing. Remember, real fluency is not just about knowing words, but about being able to interact, connect, and express what you truly think and feel. The more you practice these phrases, the more natural they will become. Every time you watch a video, have a chat, or send a message in English, look for a chance to try them. Repeat this lesson as many times as you need. The words will become second nature. Give yourself 15 to 60 minutes a day, and your progress will surprise you. If you want, leave your own example of agreeing or disagreeing in the comments. I would love to read what you have to say. Thank you for letting me be part of your English story. See you very soon in the next English Lab session.